the back, and I would like for everyone to be able to sit down if they could. So if you could kind of slide over, maybe to your right or to your left, so we can have some seats for everyone. We are getting new bleachers this summer, so hopefully this will be the last time we have to sit in these. And if we have any staff members, if you could make your way down to this end, please. And welcome to our Blue and White Evening of Excellence program. We are here to recognize the academic and athletic accomplishments of the students that are here this evening. We've seen you grow and develop tremendously over the past year, and for some of you, several years. You have remained eager and enthusiastic and have grown in so many ways, either in the classroom, on the field, or for some of you, it was both the classroom and on the field. Our thanks and appreciation goes out to all of our teachers. So if you are a staff member here, if you would please stand and just remain standing. And for the parents, guardians, and grandparents, if you're here tonight, if you would please stand and just remain standing. Students, what we like to do at this time, if you look around the room, you have everybody standing up now, and this is your support. From your teachers here, to your administrators, to your parents, your grandparents, your friends that are here. So at this time, students, if you would give them a round of applause for supporting us. Thank you, you may be seated. Now, young ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you how very proud of you that I am today. You are incredibly special. You have all worked very hard to learn more every day. You have played hard. You have made new friends since being here at the middle school, and you all have tried to be a good friend as well. So a job well done, and congratulations to each and every one of you. You can feel very proud of all that you have done this year to earn the seat that you're sitting in right now, because it is a special honor to be invited to the Blue and White Evening of Excellence. So at this time, we're going to begin with our athletic recognitions, followed by our academic recognitions. So we're going to begin with our athletic director, Coach Moss.
Good evening. Before we start with handing out our athletic awards, I would just like to thank the Southern Nash staff, administration, parents, and the student athletes. Without you, this would be very difficult to get things done at this school that we need to do, especially with athletics. All right, a lot of people help out and make sure that the wheel keeps turning and that things are working out the way they should. So it is a great honor for me to be just a part of the Southern Nash community and a part of being able to coach you young student athletes to help y'all grow not only as students, but as athletes as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our football awards.
My name is Coach Mann, and I'm the head football coach. And my assistant coaches are Coach Stansel and Coach Austin. They're going to help me present the awards tonight. The first award for the Coaches Award goes to a young man who, when he first ran the ball for me, it kind of looked like he was on an episode of Dancing with the Stars. So we had to have a conversation about that's not the Southern Nash way. So after several games, I finally got him into the habit of that. And then his last game, he finally trucked somebody with the ball, and He come back and says, Coach, man, that was fun. I said, that's the Southern Night way. This year's Coach's Award goes to Jordan B. Football MVP award goes to a young man when we found ourselves in a lot of fourth down situations, which I'm not very happy with. Every time I went out for a timeout, he said, Coach, run the ball behind me. And I knew I was going to get that first down. This year's football MVP goes to Dusty Hall.
Good evening, I'm Coach Dustin. First award I'm giving out is Coach's Award. My Coach's Award for boys soccer is a guy that I had on this team. Came out in 8th grade. Didn't play in 6th or 7th grade. And as soon as he came out, my thoughts were, where have you been? He's a great guy on the field, and he's even better in the classroom. My Coach's Award is Kevin Dominguez. For boys soccer MVP, I've known this guy since 6th grade when I taught him, and I've coached him the last 2 years. He's a guy that I can tell him to go out there and score when we really needed him, and he would do it in no time flat. MVP for boys soccer is Alex Mariano.
I'm Coach Follette, and I think in your program it says Sagala. I recently got married, so right now it says Sagala in there. I'm going to try to get through the evening without crying. This is my last year at Southern Nash. The girls this year, they did very excellent. We made it to playoffs and unfortunately lost to Springfield again in the playoffs. But the first award is going to go to a young lady. I've coached her for 3 years. She's one that I can depend on all the time. She's a leader on the court. She's one of my leading scorers for the past 3 years. She played a number of positions. She played middle hitter, outside hitter. She actually set for me some this year. She was an excellent passer. I'm going to miss her. Coach's Award goes to Natalie Price. This year's MVP, I kind of wish I had her for 3 years, and unfortunately I was only able to coach her for 1 year. She was a phenomenal player. She stuck out amongst the entire Tri-County of girls. She played middle hitter for me this year. I know she's going to do great at the high school, and she's also going to do great playing travel ball. This year's MVP goes to Emma Davis.
All right, for boys basketball, Coach's Award goes to a student athlete that he's played for me since he was a 6th grader. He started for 2 years straight. Always comes to practice with a smile. Tell him to do something, he smiles. Yes, sir, does it. So this year's Coach's Award is Thomas Cooper. Now, for boys basketball MVP, this is probably not a secret. This basketball player averaged 22.1 points per game this season. Very impressive. Highest scoring basketball player I've had since I've been back for 8 years. So he is very impressive, and he's only 7th grader, so he's got a lot of room to grow. So this year's boys basketball MVP is Jordan Dick.
Good evening, I'm Ms. Parker. I coach the girls basketball team this year alongside Coach Mike Williams, who was unable to be here tonight. But the first award I'm going to be presenting is the Coaches Award. We had such a great group of girls this year, so it was real hard to choose. But we finally got narrowed down to 2, and I couldn't choose between the 2 girls. So I guess I'll get a deal from Ms. Murray. This year's Coaches Award goes to Mackenzie and Mark Kennedy. If you were ever able to watch any of our games this year, there's no secret who our most valuable player was. This young lady led the team in scoring for the past 3 years, and I believe this will be her 3rd year getting this award. Our most valuable player this year goes to Jemiah Walker.
Good evening, I'm Coach Boykin and I coach cheerleading. I'm going to give out 2 awards tonight. The first one I'm going to give out is Coaches Award. The Coaches Award goes to the cheerleader who has shown positive leadership on the court and field and also in the classroom. This cheerleader always had a positive attitude no matter what and always had a smile on her face. She always displayed great sportsmanship. She has been a pleasure coaching for the past 3 years. This year's Cheerleading Coaches Award goes to Taylor Bass. The MVP award goes to the cheerleader who is dedicated and hardworking. This cheerleader's love for the sport definitely showed on the court and field. She was always there to encourage her fellow cheerleaders and help them. She was always someone I could count on to help lead the team during practices and games, and she did a great job as cheer captain. She is an amazing cheerleader, and I have really enjoyed having her on the cheer squad for the past 3 years. This year's Cheerleading MVP Award goes to Lydia Wallace.
Good evening, I'm Coach D'Angelo for the wrestling team. In my first year, I was given a tremendous amount of help from Coach Bester and Coach Austin. It was not easy to come by the Coaches Award for this team. We were a team that started off a little bit slow, not a lot of experience, and so we had a lot of guys work hard to come back and finish the year strong. This student really encompasses what it means to be a student athlete, being a member of band, beta club, and the quiz bowl, and excelling in the classroom, being a leader in the wrestling room. And so my Coaches Award went to Dylan Ellis. For our most valuable wrestler, this young man had never stepped on the mat before and showed a tremendous amount of skill and dedication, and ended up finishing the year undefeated, even being pushed into weight classes that he was lighter than. And so that young man is Zachary Wiggins.
head baseball coach this time. And this is Coach Austin. And I'm gonna take a second. I don't say it enough, and I've told Coach Austin this several times. He's been a true blessing to me this year, and every year that he's helped me. Because I think I've learned about as much baseball as he's actually forgotten. So he's such a true blessing. I really just want to take some time to thank him for all his help. I told Coach Austin several times that this year's Coaches Award goes to a young man that his glove is like a vacuum cleaner. It just sucks up every ball that comes around him. And this kid's got the best attitude. We have so enjoyed working with him. This year's Coaches Award goes to Blake Strickland. This year's baseball MVP, when I call his name and y'all take a gander, you'll see why. His 7th grade year, he was a beast on the field, and his 8th grade year, even more so. This year's most valuable player for baseball is Landon Baker.
I'm Coach Stansel. I coach the girls softball team. This is my 2nd year with them, and I could not be prouder of what we did. We only had like 5 8th graders on the team, and the rest of it was majority of 6th and 7th graders, and they rose up to the challenge, and we went undefeated in the regular season, and we lost a tough one in the playoffs, but we'll be back next year. The Coaches Award this year goes to someone who has been a player with me for 2 years now. They helped me a bunch last year, and they helped me a ton this year, because being new to it and being a guy you need a go-between you and the girls, somebody that they can go to and talk about problems. This person not only did that for me, but exceeded in the classroom as well, and is deserving of way more than what I could give her here tonight, and that would be Emma Dickinson. The next person is someone who had some pretty big shoes to fill when they got here, because we weren't sure what we were going to have as far as pitching went when last year was over and Alexa left. This young lady came in as a 6th grader, and to see her out on the field playing and pitching, you would have no idea that she was only in the 6th grade. So the best is yet to come for our MVP, Miss Anna Dickinson. Is Coach Melvin, who took on the task of being my assistant this year. And trust me, that is no easy job. So I deeply appreciate you doing what you do.
Good evening, I'm Coach Dixon. I have the honor of being the girls soccer coach here for the 2nd year. I'll start out with the Coaches Award. This Coaches Award goes to a young lady who I had the pleasure of being able to teach last year in 7th grade. This was her first year playing her 8th grade year. I really wish I would have had her last year, because she just dominated absolutely on the field. which is funny because I had to beg her to try out and just come out and try. I had no idea what her skill was. She went from being a non-starter as an 8th grader to becoming a starter for the last half of our season. So I'm very proud to present the Coaches Award to Brenda Martinez. Our next MVP was another former student that I had last year, and she is just, if you ask anybody, she's just dominant on the field. I have literally put her in every position besides goalie on the field, and she has never let me down. She was our leading scorer for many of our games, both last year and this year. I'm so deeply honored to present our MVP award for the 2019 season to Jessica Garcia.
Again, I'm Coach Millette, or Coach Sagala. I coach cross country, the men and women's team. You know, cross country is one of those sports I know that everybody can do. I absolutely love it, and I know some of these kids out here think I'm crazy. They see me running laps around the school during my playing it. But these 4 people and the 18 people that were on the team, these kids put their head down and they just ran every day at practice as hard as they could, and it really showed off at meets. I think almost every meet that we went to, it's nice when you go to a school when they're nervous when Southern Nash pulls up. And I think we can say that for all of our athletes. The first 2 awards are going to be my Coaches Award. I'm going to name the guys first. This guy, he's a 7th grader. He finished 2nd for us and 2nd for the Tri-County. The only one that beat him was our guy, which is nice. But he really put his head down. He worked hard. He had an excellent time. I think his PR was like 11 minutes at 11:26. I think I'm right, Wilfred. But our Coaches Award goes to Wilfred Sanchez. His goal next year is to beat Logan. Female Coaches Award goes to a young lady that I've coached for 2 years, and I had to beg her to come out for cross country because she wanted to sing in elite chorus. But she, excellent runner. She made all conference the past 2 years that she ran, so I know she's gonna make all conference when she goes to the high school next year. Coaches Award goes to Abigail. MVP. Male MVP goes to a young man that for the past 2 years, he has got first place for the Nash, Edgecombe, and Wilson County schools, so I'm sure as an 8th grader, he'll probably do the same. I've had several people ask me about him, and I really would like to say it's because I'm a great coach, but it's really not. He's just a phenomenal runner. I think he's improved. His time has dropped, so I must be doing something right. But his goal next year is to get under 11 minutes for 2 miles, right? We got 11:06 this year, so next year we're going to get a 10-minute time. Your cross-country MVP is Logan Saunders. And all the girls at the other school like him too. And your female MVP, she's a 7th grader this year. She ran last year. I'm not sure how much she enjoyed it last year, Coach Montz. Do you think she really enjoyed it? But for some reason this year, she just took off. She had some big shoes to fill. We had a couple extremely good runners leave us last year for the girls. But she did great this year. I know she's going to do a great job. She was also an all-conference runner for the past 2 years, and that means she's a top 10 runner for the Nash, Edgecombe, and Wilson County. Excellent student student excellent young lady. Your MVP for cross country is Crystal Medina.
All right, now for our two highest honors, and that is the male and female athlete of the year. We as coaches nominate the athlete of the year based off performance, how they do in the classroom, behavior, all things like that. So we as coaches nominate, and then we vote on to who wins the male and female athlete of the year. So we'll start with the male athlete of the year. You have seen this student athlete already tonight. There's no question about it. He's a very good athlete and will continue to improve and be probably a great athlete. So this year's male athlete of the year is Jordan Dick.
And our female athlete of the year, I think I have to say, in the past, how many years? 7 years I've been here, this may be one of the hardest decisions that us as coaches had to make. We have a lot of great female athletes here at this school, and not only athletes, but they're great in the classroom and they're overall just great students. This young lady I coached for 3 years. Anybody that's taught her, anytime she walks into a classroom, she just kind of makes everyone smile. She's a great young lady. She's been an AB or a straight A student for the past 3 years. She's dominated the volleyball court. This year I finally got her to try out for cross country, mainly just to stay in shape, and she did an excellent job. She did finish all conference as a top runner for the Tri-County. This year, female athlete of the year goes to Natalie Price.
And that concludes our athletic section of the night. Thank you.
Good evening. The focus of the awards tonight is athletics and academics. And I kind of like the position on the program that this award is because it's about service. And we here at Southern Nash pride ourselves in developing well-rounded students. And I have the pleasure of being the sponsor of the Junior Beta Club here. And many of you parents, you have given money in the car line, you've bought t-shirts, but there's one thing that Southern Nash Middle School can pride itself in, and students, you sitting here, you have reached out and helped fellow students who were in need, and you have reached out and helped in the community when there was a need. Tonight, this award is somewhat different than we've done in the past, because sometimes you have to look at who gives a lot here at home. And the motto of Beta Club is service above self. And many times as the sponsor, you see students who give time when others aren't looking. And to me, that's very, very valuable. And we try to keep these awards a secret, and I think these two young ladies are going to be surprised. But they've reached out and helped in multiple ways. And anytime Coach Montz came to me and said, hey, I need Beta Club help at the concessions, I could go to these individuals and they were there. They've also worked to help other students improve academically. And tonight, I would like for Natalie Price and Chloe Scott to come forward.
I'm Catherine Oates, a sixth grade science teacher. I will now be presenting the Honor Roll Awards for sixth grade. I will start with the AV Honor Roll. Students, when you hear your name called, please come forward to receive your award. Please hold all applause until all names have been called. Sophia Arredondo, Hannah Alton, Davin Bailey, Alyssa Baker, William Bandy, Christopher Bardawell, Mariano Barrera Benitez, Jamaica Blue, Noah Braswell, Braden Brown, Carlos Chavez, Caitlin Coughlin, Brandon Colley, Christiana Collins, Gavin Kraft, Naomi Cruz Rivera, James Davis, Destiny Deans, Grayson Deans, John Diedrich, Enzo Dillon, Danny Dunstan, Danya Estrada Nava, Jacqueline Garcia Martinez, Connor Garver, Haley Glover, Julian Gonzalez, Jocelyn Hawkins, Joanna Hernandez de Leon, Kimberly Hernandez Benitez, Samuel Herndon, Taryn Jordan, Courtney Lancaster, Joel Leon Garcia, Tyler Lynch, Sheila Mariquin Alonzo, Jalissa Mendez Maldonado, Kiaji Mitchell, Deontay Moore, Brittany Navarro, Giovanni Nunez, Mary Kate Orsolado, Diana Perez Carvajal, Lainey Perry, Douglas Pridgeon, Grayson Pridgeon, Deavon Richardson, Kira Ruffin. Liliana Ruiz. Oh, sorry. Kaya Ruffin. Liliana Ruiz. Jose Salazar. Luis Salazar. Hannah Smith. Isaiah Smith. Juan Solis Garcia. And Benjamin Sudan. Nevaeh Taylor. Joel Velasquez Perez. Ronnie Wine. And Elena Worrell. Congratulations, students, on your I will now be presenting the A Honor Roll. Avery Antill, Savannah Baines, Harley Beckham, Landon Brown, Hayden Bruce, Riley Colbert, Anna Dickinson, Kelvon Dixon, Ivana Dixon, Emery Gibson, Oscar Gonzalez, Alexander Herndon, Addison Medlin, Melanie O'Vera, Brennan Pridgeon, Tia Raleigh, Damian Salazar, Barbara Sixtos Lazaro, Harley Womble, Savannah Wood. Congratulations, students.
Good evening, I'm Matt Nissen, the 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher. I'll now be presenting the Honor Roll Awards for 7th grade. I'll start with the AV Honor Roll. Students, when you hear your name called, please come forward to receive your award, and please hold all applause until all of them are Nayeli Ballister, Sarah Bass. Blair Batchelor. Kylie Bird. Avery Bissett. Emma Bone. Natalie Brain. Jake Brantley. Wade Bullock. Daniela Campos Carrion. Matthew Coach. Daniel Colley. Sakenya Cook. Jake Cooper. Sadie Edwards. Cheyenne Farrar Hines. Silas Finn. Mackenzie Gamble. Shemaya Gaskin. Michael Hall. Alexis Harris. Gracie Joyner. Taylor King. Laura Kennedy. Frida American. Naeem Morales Barcenas. Trey Orman. Celia Page. Juliana Pierce. Elijah Pierce Perry. Logan Pinner. Carla Ramirez. Sitlali Rangel Mesa. Manuel Rangel Sanchez. Flor Rhea. Jordan Register. Kayla Robinson. Hugo Salinas Morales. Christian Serrano Ayala. Joshua Sharad. Destiny Smith. Mitchell Turner. Alicia Vargas. Adeline Vega. Logan Wiggins. Ruby Wiggins. Wiggins. Macy Wells. I'll now be presenting Aon. Delani Allen. Delaney. Stefan Parsley. Aline Campos Martinez. Jennifer Cardenas Rowe. Joshua Carruthers. Hannah Carlos. Ina Chin. Faith Howard. Mackenzie Kennedy. Mariella Dowd. Owen Ordez. Ariel Perry. Casey Perry. Juan Salazar. Jalen Salazar Alfaro. Logan Saunders. Blake Strickland. Persia Strickland. Tabitha Tomaszewski. Jasmine Torres Narvaez. Kaylee Torres. Congratulations, students, on your honor.
Good evening. I'm Alan Michael Wilson, 8th grade science teacher. I will now be presenting the honor roll awards for 8th grade. I will start with AB honor roll. Students, when you hear your name called, please come to receive your award. Kimberly Aguilera. Benjamin Alford. Leslie Alonzo Salgado. America Alonzo Gomez. Jalen Austin. Maximus Arguelles Estrada. Stephanie Avila. Landon Baker. Ruth Barcenas. Rachel Barnes. McKenna Batten. Bradley Beckman. Tierra Bobbitt. Bradley Brown. Jose Cabrera Salinas. Samuel Cardenas Rebollar. Isabella Carmel. Robert Carter. Jamie Carter. Hector Cazares Medellin. Gabriel Chavez. Thomas Copeland. Vishanti Camille Holder. Emma Dickinson. Michaela Dunstan. Dylan Ellis. Dianara Espinoza Alcazar. Andrea Espiritu Gustavo. Rashonda Evans. Holly Finch. Jessica Garcia. Yamilet Garcia Miranda. Karina Garcia Embreeze. Marisol Garcia Antunez. Dustin Hall. Vanisha Harris. Layla Herndon. Maggie Jackson. Layla Jackson. Layla Jenkins. Latanya Jones. Alicia Jones. Jeremy Joyner. Mercedes Ledbetter. Leslie Linares Romero. Alexandra Lopez Vegas. Aisha Lucas. Abigail Masada. Taylor Manor. Brenda Martinez. Alexander Martinez Franco. Usher Martinez Rodriguez. Courtney McAlston. Noah Medlin. Allie Mills. Carla New. Brianna Ochoa. Matthew Pierce Perry. Lauren P. Giovanni Pina Velasquez. Ian Price. Natalie Price. Gael Puente. Donald Bradley. Samantha Rhea. Alton Richardson. James Roberts. Chelsea Ruffin. Dianara Salas. Abel Salas. Paula Salazar Mariano. Kevin Sanchez. Angela Santana. Noah Squires. Charlene Talbert. Brandy Taylor. Skylar Temple. Andrew Thompson. Kelly Thompson. Martin Tolentino Roblero. Deja Tyler. Jayla Big. Jeremiah Walker. Lindsay Wells. Samuel Wheaton. Janine Wiggins. And Elisa Wimberly. Emily Wood. And Mackenzie Young. Congratulations, students. I will now recognize A honor roll. Students, when you hear your name, please come up to receive your award. Bryce Alton. Nolan Bailey. Cassie Bissett. Azul Campos. Gracie Coffey. Summer Cooper. Jimena Garcia Cristerna. Emma Davis. John Edwards. Lily Garcia. Alexander Garland. Leslie Guzman. Jasmine Martin. Maritza Martinez. Samantha McGuire. Sam Merrill. Allie Newman. Amber Patterson. Haley Perry. Reseda Ramirez Adame. Riley Reynolds. Rosetta Romero Costanza. Ethan Rubio. Andrea Salas. Miriam Salazar. Jeremiah Saunders. Chloe Scott. Leah Sedan. Emily Tovar. Lydia Wallace. Let's congratulate these students on their hard work. Tonight we also honored the 8th grade students who received 8 honor roll all 3 years here at Southern Nash Middle School. So this is a very high honor. Students, when you hear your name, please come up to receive this recognition. Nolan Bailey. Azul Campos Carrion. Emma Davis. John Edwards. Jimenez Garcia Cristerna. Alexander Garland. Haley Perry. Roseda Ramirez Adame. Riley Reynolds. Ethan Rubio. Jeremiah Saunders. Chloe Scott. Emily Tovar. And Lydia Wallace.
CTE business teacher. Before I present the students of the year, I'd like to take just a moment to thank the administrators and staff for the opportunity to serve as 2018-19 Teacher of the Year. So thank you very much. Each grade level and the elective department chooses students who excel academically and behaviorally throughout the school year. Students, when you hear your name called, please come forward to receive your reward for this great honor. Starting in 6th grade, Carlos Chavez. Addison Bedlin. And Ashanti Brown. The 7th grade students of the year, Jake Brantley. Tabitha Tomaszewski. Mariella Nava. And for 8th grade, Jimena Garcia. Alicia Jones, and Crusader Ramirez Adamo. The Students of the Year selected by the elective department for 6th grade, Alexis Garcia Ambrose, Mackenzie Kennedy, and for 8th grade, Aisha Lucas. Congratulations, students.
And for the past decade, we've been able to, very fortunate that Julius Peppers actually played basketball in this gym here. He went to school at Southern Nash Middle School, Southern Nash High School. So ever since I've been here, he was a student when I came through. I was able to get in contact with him. So every year, like I said, for the past more than a decade, we've been able to give away 5 autographed footballs from Julius Peppers. Normally, we've been able to do this a couple of times during our blue and white ceremony, but for the majority of the times, we've had to just announce that during the school time, call the parents, have them to come pick their child up and get the football. And we announced it to all of our students, so the students knew here. But because we got our testing back early this year, we were able to do this during our blue and white ceremony tonight. Because for all of you, you all know that our math scores will not be back until sometime late summer, early fall. So we were able to get our reading and our science scores back in, do all our calculations, and how the students, and these students here, all of them knew exactly what they needed to do. And that was to show growth on their EOG. Julius Peppers was an athlete, a very strong athlete, and he believed in academics. He worked very hard with his academic career. He knows both of those go hand in hand, and that's the reason we have now, since I've been here, the blue and white ceremony, recognizing both athletes and our students for academics at the same time. So the footballs that you have here, he actually played for the Carolina Panthers. He was number 90. For the Green Bay Packers, he was number 56. So out of a combination of those footballs, please, when I call your name, teachers do not know, the staff does not know who has won these this year, nor do the students that's sitting out here. There are 5 of you that have actually won football. Please do not go home and play with it, throw it out in the yard, back and forth. He is now going, they came last year, I'm going to look over here because I saw Mr. Powell. They actually came and videoed Southern Nash Middle School, Southern Nash High School last year in anticipation for Julius being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So this football will go up in value as he is inducted into the Hall of Fame. So please make sure that you watch that when it airs. It will show Southern Nash Middle School, the gym, our buildings, the cafeteria. So that should be coming up in the near future. So we have the 5 that are selected. We always have 1 from 6th grade, 1 from 7th, 1 from 8th, an AIG student that has the highest growth on EOG, and from EC. So everybody is recognized, 1 from each one of those categories. So without further ado, I'm going to announce the winners of those students that scored the highest growth. And they had, if it was 8th grade, it had to be in science. They had to show growth in science and with the reading. So they had to work hard for this. So congratulations to, first of all, David Medina. David may not be here. Jason Williams. Yes, and I know he is here. Benjamin Alford. Like I said, the students do here. Lindsay Wells. And America Alonzo Gomez. Congratulations to these students. And like I said, and so we'll leave you with this tonight. We're very proud of those students. But for those of you in the room this evening, whether you're an adult or a young adult that's sitting in front of me, I'd like to leave you with this. It does matter what you do with your life, with what you do with your hands. We all are different and have our own special talent, but it's about finding that talent. An expensive pen in my hand is worth about $2.49. But in the hands of J.K. Rowling, that pen is worth about $1 billion. A law book in my hands is worth $100. But in Judge Judy's hands, it's worth about $147 million. Do we all know who Judge Judy is? Oh yeah. So those of you with the footballs, a football in my hand is worth about $65. But in Julius Peppers' hands, it's a net worth of $60 million. A golf club in my hand is worthless, I'm telling you. Can't handle a golf club. But in Tiger Woods' hands, it's worth about $800 million. A rod in my hand will keep away a wild animal, but a rod in Moses' hand will part the mighty sea. 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread in my hands is nothing more than a fish sandwich. But 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread in God's hands will feed thousands. The nails in my hands will simply be a bad wound, but the nails in the hands of Jesus will produce salvation for the entire world. So, I say all of this to you to stress my point that it all depends on whose hands it's all in. So, for each of you here tonight, both young or old, put your fears, your concerns, your worries, your hopes, dreams, your families, and your relationships in God's hands, because it really does matter. It depends on whose hands it's in. And I want to thank you parents, the teachers, and our administrators for your leadership and guidance for the young adults that are sitting here before us. God bless, and I wish you all the very best. And remember that it does matter what you do with your hands. You are the ones that make a difference. Thank you for all of you coming out tonight, and we look forward to seeing each one of you sitting in front of me back here bright and early tomorrow morning to finish out this 2018-19 school year. Thank you all for coming.